Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the course, MOOCs course on design and implementation of human-computer interfaces. I am Samit Bhattacharya. I am the instructor of this course, as you all may know by now. And in this third and last live session for this course, what we are going to do is just like our previous interactive sessions. We are just going to talk about issues, going to discuss problems. If you have faced any issue, any problem related to the course. So I would like to request all of you to come forward, discuss your issues with me. If you are facing any problem, any issue in the course, please restrict your discussion to the topics covered in the course. Then it will be easier for me to respond. And please don't expect me to deliver any lecture here. I'm not going to deliver any live lecture. Instead, I will be waiting for your queries so that I can respond to those. Note that this is going to be the last live session. So I hope you will be making use of the opportunity to discuss the issues that you might be facing in the course. So before I start, I think there is one query, not exactly query, it's a request by, just check, Shivam, related to upload of slides. So as you know, you already have access to the lecture transcripts. So transcripts are basically the textual version of the slides. So whatever is covered in the lecture, all points covered in the slides must be part of the transcript. So it's not that something which is there in the slide is missing in the transcript. That is not possible by the very nature of the transcript. So I request all of you to make use of the transcripts if you are looking for the slides. Slides, due to some issues, I will not be able to upload, but certainly the transcripts are better replacement of the slides. So Shivam, please make use of the transcripts. Those are as good as the slides. Okay. Okay, so I can see that few more has joined the streaming. So for those who came late, I am here to clear your doubts. If you have anything related to the course, I'm sure you are able to follow most of the course content, but in case you are having any queries, please come forward. Let me know your concerns so that I can take those up and discuss. I'm not going to deliver any live lecture here, so please don't wait for me to deliver any lecture. Instead, I will be waiting for you to come forward with your queries if you have any, so that I can discuss those. So I don't see any questions here. That may indicate that you don't have anything to discuss, which is good. That means you are able to follow the content without much problem. Please post your queries if you have any query. Those who are watching, if you are a learner and have any query, please come forward, post your query so that I can respond to your queries. It can be anything related to the course, including queries related to exams and such things. Okay, so I think there is some query. Niche, this is my first session. Can you tell how human computer helps us in daily life? Yes. So that was actually, I think, discussed in the first week itself. And just to I will recap that most of the electronic products that we get to see around us are basically human-computer interfaces. That means those are supposed to be used by lay persons, such as your smartphone, your washing machine, your microwave, smart TV, smart watch. So all these things, as you can see, these are actually computers, and these are used by laypersons, not necessarily technical experts who understand how things work. So there, if you don't design the interface properly, which helps the laypersons interact with the computer in a very intuitive and natural manner, then certainly those products will not be of much use to the laypersons, to the human component. So proper design of human-computer interfaces in such context is very important. In fact, most of the things that we get to see around us are like that only. So you cannot nowadays think of our life without using a multitude of computers, which are not, which are mostly to be used by non-technical experts. Yes. So one more question: what are the points that we should keep in mind when designing a computer interface? Again, I think all these we discussed in the first week of the course itself. So I suggest that you go through it. But in case it is not very clear, let me just reiterate. The most important thing is to take into account human factors. So essentially, how the human user is going to behave while using the interface. Based on that only, we need to design the interface. So we need to understand the user, we need to understand their needs, expectations, goals. We need to understand their reaction while performing some action on the interface. All these things we need to understand while designing human-computer interfaces. So that is what separates human-computer interface from any other software product. In the other cases where non-technical experts are not likely to use the product, then all these issues are not very relevant. Whereas in such cases where laymen or laypersons are going to use the interface, behavioral study of the user and incorporating those behavioral traits, aspects of the user into the design is where the most important thing in human-computer interface design. And as we have seen in the course, there are different ways to systematically take those into account through the use of the interactive system development lifecycle, which is the key concept here. Selvaraj, can you do revision before the exam? Uh, Question is not very clear. What you mean by doing revision? Uh, I mean, the entire 30 hours of lecture to be revised in 1 hour. That is not possible. But the good thing about online courses is that you always have access to the lecture. So first few minutes of the lecture is always the revision of the previous topic discussed. So for all the lectures, you can just listen to the first few minutes. So that means about half an hour or for 30 hours course, maybe about 1 hour, little over 1 hour can be your revision if you want to do that. Just listen to the first few minutes of every lecture, which is basically a quick recap of whatever we have learned in the previous lecture. In fact, for most of the lectures, I think at the end, it is also summarized in a couple of minutes time. So you can make use of those segments of the video lectures, which can help you revise the entire course. And in fact, the last lecture of the entire course is the concluding remarks, where then whatever you have learned is summarized. So you can make use of that lecture also to get a summary of all the contents, all the topics that were discussed in the course. That is, of course, is a very brief summary. So, but it will give you some overview of the entire course. Hello, can you hear me? So, but I'm still live? Okay. Okay, fine. Okay, so sorry, I think in between there was some connection issue. So, if any more learner is there, please feel free to come forward and discuss your queries with me. So maybe we can wait for another 5-10 minutes. By that time, if no further queries come, that means hello. Am I live or not? Hello. Okay, then is there any learner? Okay, maybe I will wait for another 5 minutes. If nobody comes forward, then we can close the session. Yeah, 5 minutes. Okay. Close the session. Yeah, 5 minutes. So I think there is no further queries. So maybe that case, we can close the session. So before I close, let me just state again that this is going to be the last live session before the course is closed and before the exam. So there you will not get any further opportunity to interact with me in this live manner. However, I am always available for help. So if you face any issue in between, you can always reach out to me, either through mail or through NPTEL team or through discussion forum, anything that is suitable to you. And I hope that you have enjoyed the course. You are enjoying the course and you are not having many difficulties following the content. Since not many queries came related to the content, so I hope that it went, or at least things are going on smoothly with all of you. Happy learning and wish you all the best for the upcoming exam.